What's going on, guys? Super Savage 789 here, bringing you guys a video, and today we're doing What If Coby Became a Straw Hat Part 5. In the last part, we covered how Water 7 and Anae's lobby went, with Coby being there, playing a rather large part in the story. Coby played a huge part in protecting Iceberg in his assassination attempt by the hand of CP9. Against Lucci, Coby managed to learn the 6 Rokushiki techniques and was quite helpful in helping his captain against a leopard assassin. Before we get into today's video, just want to let everyone know Super Savage has an official Discord. More on that at the end of the video. The Straw Hats would continue on their adventure, planning on heading to Fishman Island to get to the new world. Like in canon, they end up finding the barrel, shooting the flare, and being caught in the Florian Triangle. They meet Brook and he leaves after revealing how he lost his shadow. Having Coby here wouldn't change how these events play out. Coby would be with Nami, Chopper, and Usopp when they're testing the Mini Mary, leading to them drifting away and being caught in a web. They would then run into a makeshift Cerebus. While Chopper and Nami are frightened, I feel like Coby and even Usopp will be able to remain more calm, so they're able to knock the mutt away and run through the cave to the other side. After getting through, they'd end up meeting with Hilden, who tells them about Hogback piquing Chopper's interest, so they go with him. Coby would feel rather uneasy while with Hilden, but keeps it to himself until he leaves the carriage. Nami asks if it's like when he felt the CP9 agents in the shipwrights, but Coby says no. In that instance, they had malicious feeling when he sensed them. Here though, he can't sense Hilden at all. After taking a look outside, they all see the zombies rising from the grave, with Coby not being able to feel them either. In a panic, Coby grabs Nami as Usopp grabs Chopper, and they both use Geppo to get into the air. Coby tells Usopp to follow him as he can sense some people nearby, so the 4 of them all arrive at Hogback's mansion. Of course, they meet with Hogback and are welcomed as guests. They feast with him, and then the infamous shower scene occurs. Or does it? Absalom isn't a zombie, so Coby should theoretically be able to sense the Invisible Man. While he thinks that his Haki isn't working correctly, he's quick to act when Nami is in trouble. He uses Shigan to cause a wound at Absalom, making him bleed over his invisible body, revealing his presence to all of them. In order to cover up his escape, he shoots his bazooka at the wall, creating a smoke cloud and allowing him to escape. Coby tells him he's off in pursuit, since he's the only one capable of following him. Coby and Absalom would then begin fighting on top of the mansion. With his gimmick pretty much exposed, Absalom would have to rely on his bazookas and his enhanced physique. Tekai and Kamiya would serve as good counters to these though, allowing Coby to defeat Absalom. His unconscious body would then be left on the ground as Coby leaves to go find his crew. In Perona's garden there'd be some changes in how Usopp, Nami and Chopper all begin fighting zombies. By the presence of Absalom, things would go much smoother. However, I still think Lola would attack Nami since she is a beautiful woman, leading to them friendship forming. They then get away inside Kumasi. Meanwhile, Coby would locate Robin and Frankie and begins helping them fight Taralan. Brook would then show up and shows him how to purify a zombie as well as explaining his backstory. Coby would know Laboon, so be able to tell Brook he's alive and well, leading to Brook crying despite having no eyes. Yo! He would now be more determined to get his shadow back, and he leaves to do that. Back when Nami, Usopp and Chopper, they wouldn't be split up since Absalom would still be unconscious and wounded. I'm sure zombies would still scare them off, leading to them running to Frankie, Coby and Robin. Then head back to the Sunny and awaken the monster trio where they all head off to stop Moira. They all head inside the mansion and Oars wakes up, splitting them up. Chopper and Robin will still fight Hogback, Usopp fights Perona, and Zoro fights Ryuma. With Absalom being defeated, Sanji won't need to head off to stop him, meaning that both Sanji and Nami are present in the initial fight of Oars, as is Coby. From here the rest of Thriller Bark plays beat for beat, with Coby contributing where he can to help fight the Giant. The Straw Hats pick up Brook, impress Kuma, and get Big Mom's Vivera card, all like normal. They then depart for Fishman Island. Like normal, the Straw Hats run to Kami and Papag and agree to help save Hachi, then begin fighting Duval and his men, with Coby defending the Sunny along with the others. They befriend Duval and then head to Sabayori with the others. Coby would head out shopping with the majority of the Straw Hats, sticking with Luffy, Chopper and Brook while they roam around. They head over to Shaki's house where they tell them Rayleigh isn't home. She also warns them about the supernovas and mentions that even ex-Commodore Smoker is here. This surprises Chopper, Luffy and especially Coby, who'd be eager to see him again. They would then head out to the amusement park with Kami, ending up getting kidnapped. Due to Coby being present, he'd be able to sense out Kami, meaning that they don't have to waste time going to different places. Chopper calls Sanji, who would then call Duval. Then shows up with a fish, and the Straw Hats all begin heading there. Due to Luffy being Luffy, he'd end up being split up, however Brook is able to stay with Coby and the rest, meaning he's present when Frankie and Nami show up at the auction house. They decide to buy Kami back, and head inside where Coby comes face to face with Smoker. By the way, for anyone who's curious, the bounties of Smoker, Django, and Full Body are on screen right now. Big thanks to Shadow Taurus for doing the bounties, good guy. Coby goes up to him and asks why he's here, with Smoker explaining how he's gonna try and stage an escape plan. At least Coby trying to maintain a scream at Smoker's cool persona, leaving Smoker almost face-palming over the cringe. Nami heads over and tells Smoker about how one of their friends is captured, so Smoker tells him not to worry about it. He pulls out Dendemushi and asks if the duo are in position. Backstage, John would have Disco unconscious, wearing his clothes to impersonate him. Full Body would have snuck in with the rest of the slaves in the back. They both report back yes, so Smoker tells the Straw Hats to just sit back and relax. The curtain opens with Django on stage in disguise. He greets the crowd and begins to rile them up, asking if they're ready for the greatest slave trade in the universe, trying to buy as much time as possible. Full Body would locate the keys and opens the slaves' collars, telling Django they're ready. Django would then pull out his hypnotism ring and makes all the fodder fall asleep. The slaves begin to then evacuate, leaving St. Charles in rage. He begins firing at them, which annoys Luffy the moment he shows up. Punch him in the face and then Rayleigh greets him. Smoker would be with Luffy, Law, and Kid when they begin fighting Marines. Straw Hats then escape with the rest of Sabayori playing out beat for beat. Kuma then sends them away one by one for the time skip. Coby would land on a wooden shack and fall straight through, finding a very messy wooden cabin. After sensing around there doesn't appear to be anyone there is no way to get off the island, so he begins trying to construct a raft using nearby trees and supplies from the cabin. Meanwhile, Luffy would be having his adventures in Amazon Lily, impel down a marine ford. The only changes here when Akainu tries to chase down Luffy, Coby isn't there, so Shanks would have to step in and stop him. That doesn't really change anything though. Afterwards, Jinbei takes Luffy out of his depression and he decides to do the 3D2Y stunt. When Coby gets the paper, he'd be shocked but agrees to do so. Then wonders how he's gonna do that. That's when Garp walks through the door, glad to be at his vacation home. The duo lock eyes, and then do the typical no face. Coby tells Garp not to kill him as he recoils in fear, almost in tears. Garp asks Coby how he got there, and Coby explains everything. Weirdly out of character for the boy, he requests him to train him. All he wants to do is help people, and Garp is known for that. While Garp is a marine hero, technically he is retired. Plus he could pull some strings and get Coby the warlord status he really wants. So he agrees to train Coby over the 2 years. Coby would end up learning armament hockey from Garp, as well as much more refined observation hockey, since he does have an affinity for that. He also learns complete mastery over the Rokushiki techniques, including all their fusions and the Roku Ogon. Since Garp is a marine hero, his request to make someone a warlord would be approved, meaning that Coby becomes a warlord. He also ends up befriending Helmeppo during this time, becoming friends despite the different circumstances. We'll leave off this part here, and pick up next time in the time skip. So, did you enjoy the pre-time skip era of this What If? I know I did. Of course, Coby didn't do many changes in Thriller Bark and Sabayori. Forgot the name of the arc, that's how irrelevant it is. Because, you know, the Straw Hats don't really do that much changes, they just get typical rotations. I do like it though, I feel like it is realistic. I like where I sent Coby with the time skip, I had that planned out since the first part. Yeah. Also, Discord's a thing, come hang out, interact, you know, suggest what if ideas. I can't think of any One Piece ones. I have a couple, but like, they happen like really close to like Wano. So they're not that good, they'd be good one-shots I guess. And then I could just do what if blank became a Straw Hat, but that gets repetitive and old after a while. So yeah, please leave some ideas if you have any cool ones. And yeah, bye!